If you told me a few weeks ago that the Blue Jays would go to Citi Field and sweep the Mets, I'd probably laugh in your face because I'm like, this team can't score runs. They can't win it. They're trying to lose a ball game, it looked like. But they do just that. They sweep away the New York Mets at Citi Field in New York, in Queens. Phenomenal stuff for the Blue Jays. 6-4 winners today. They score 6 runs as well. Beautiful stuff. And they send them packing. And the Blue Jays have a happy flight home. That's for damn sure. Sweep them away. That was actually quite clean, but I say clean, but it was a clean toss. Broom, not so much. Anyways, let's get to this ball game. Lots of things to talk about. And some positives. You got a hit with runners in scoring position in the second inning. You got home run from Vladdy. You got 2 home runs in the game. Kikuchi threw strikes. You won a ball game. It's brilliant. Let's talk about it. Top of the second inning. Jays have runners at first and third, 1 out. I'm like, I'm not going to get excited because we've seen this story many times before. They get guys on base and then somehow falls apart. But Whit Merrifield drives one to the right center field gap. It goes all the way to the wall. Chapman comes in to score. Varsho has a great read off the bat. He comes all the way around to score from first. And the Blue Jays got a 2-0 lead in the top of the second off of Senga. Beautiful start. We go to the top of the third inning. Oh my. Top of the third inning. There we go. Not sure what happened there. Anyways, Vladdy comes up, having not hit a home run since a real one since May 4th. And after that walk-off yesterday, I talked about it. I'm like, does that go to his confidence? Because when you're a hitter and you're not feeling confident, you're going to look like Vladdy has looked a lot in May. Albeit a lot of the guys looked pretty bad in May. But anyways. And I noticed it since the calendar changed. He started to make a lot more hard contact. And then yesterday, sure, it wasn't the sexiest swing. But he gives you the win. With the RBI double on the third base line, he gets all fired up. The team's all fired up. His confidence goes way up. And his second AB of the game today gets a fastball up and in from Senga. And he pulls it. And this thing's a missile to left field. And it is gone. Finally breaks off the schneid. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., his 9th home run of the year. And more importantly, the Blue Jays got a 3-0 lead. And some wild things happen the rest of the way, all right? Matt Chapman gets a double because what else is new? Pitch comes in, and Alvarez is trying to throw Chapman out at second and back pick him. Chapman slides in head first, but the throw is so off that it hits Chapman in the foot. Yeah, he went head first into the base. The ball hit his foot. It's an awful toss, and it goes into left field. Chapman gets up, goes to third. I don't know if Luis Rivera was giving him the wave around, but he ends up turning the corner and goes home. Slides in safely. They go to review, but we're all good. And it's 4-0 Blue Jays. On the miscue, the Jays got aggressive on the bases, and they got it done. Sure, if he got thrown out, we'd be pulling our hair out. Yes, I get it. But in this moment, did not happen. And you're up 4-0. And shout out Dalton Varsho, man. He walks on that play. So he could just be jogging up to the, jogging to first base, right? He's not. Maybe he's jogging a little bit harder, right? Because he sees the throw go down to second base. And once he sees it go into left field, he turns the corner. Once they fired home, he takes off for second. There's obviously no throw there because they're so worried about the plate. And Dalton Varsho's at second base. Now, he didn't come around to score, but it's just a really heads-up play from Dalton Varsho on the bases. Then, Yusei Kikuchi's out there. He's got 2 scoreless innings. Bottom of the third, Tommy Pham goes deep. Bottom 5, Tommy Pham goes deep. What the hell's going on here? Deficit is now, or the lead is now cut in half. It's now 4-2. And we're like, okay, it's not feeling great, but that's the end of Kikuchi's night. 5 innings, a 2-run ball. Can't complain at all for him. Nate Pearson goes out there and gives him a shot to Pete Alonso. I still don't believe that it went out, but either way, they review it. They call it a home run. They review it. They keep it a home run. So it is what it is. It's now a 4-3 game. Starling Marte, we learned can't hit fastball or can't hit off-speed pitches, right? We learned that yesterday. Whenever Pearson pitched last, he just pounded them with off-speed, and he looked awful. Throws him a fastball, and it leaves the yard. And we're tied at 4. 4 solo shots for the New York Mets, and we are tied at 4. Not what you want to see. However, in the next half inning, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. piss missile to center field for a base hit. That's 2 rockets that he hit on a line. One left the ballpark, one was a single up the middle. And then Brandon Belt comes up. MVP, MVP, MVP. Look, if you watch the game, you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't, you're going to call me a loser. And I'll be like, that's fine. Because clearly you didn't watch the Jays game. If you did, you'll know why I just did that. He comes up, gets an off-speed pitch from Dominic Leone, former Blue Jay, and he clubs this thing to center field. I'm thinking, it's a fly ball. Maybe a deeper fly ball. This thing was crushed to dead center field, and it's gone! A 2-run shot for Brandon Belt, his 3rd home run of the year, and the Jays regain their lead. It's now 6-4. Massive job for Brandon Belt. Just a huge hit. And the Blue Jays are up 6-4 in the bullpen the rest of the way. 1 base runner was eliminated by a double play. No problem. Good job for the Blue Jays bullpen, and Adam Simber going a clean inning. That was very nice to see for him. Let's get to these team stats, shall we? Your top 2 guys in the order, Springer and Bichette, combined 0 for 10 with 3 strikeouts. And Bo Bichette had all 3 strikeouts. He went 0 for 5 with 3 punches, and the Jays scored 6 runs. Ooh, what? Vladdy, 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored, an RBI, and a bomb. Huge job for Vladdy today. Another multi-hit game for him, and he's hitting it hard on a line. And that's when you know he's at his best. Really good job for Vladdy. Brandon Belt, 1 for 5 with 4 strikeouts, but who the hell cares? Gave you the game-winning 2-run shot. No one cares what he did before that. Nobody. And albeit, I think 2 of the strikeouts were horrific calls. And also, Jays fans, this is why... How do I word this? This is why Brandon Belt is such an important player for this team. Not only is he a great hitter, 2 of those strikeouts were horrific, and they were back-to-back at-bats. So sure, he has a conversation with the umpire, and it gets a little heated, but Brandon Belt shuts his mouth, goes to the dugout. Imagine if he gets tossed, and that's your number 5 hitter that you got to plop in, I don't know, Kirky, maybe? Kiermaier, maybe? Probably not Kiermaier. Maybe, I don't know. And that Brandon Belt home run probably doesn't happen. But he stayed in the game and gets a home run to win it. Beautiful. Matt Chapman, 1 for 3 with a couple of runs scored. He walked once, so he got on base 2 of the 4 times he came into the dish. Good job for Chappie. Dalton Varsho, 1 for 3 with a run scored and walked once. Got on base 2 of the 4 times he came to the dish. And Dalton Varsho had a really good series, and he's hitting the ball hard. One of his outs today was he just hit a piss missile. And a great play by Pete Alonso. So, is it a sign of things to come? We'll see for Dalton Varsho. But a very nice 3-game set against the Mets. Whit Merrifield, what else is new? Do I need to say it again? 2-hit Whit. 2 for 3. 2 runs scored for 2 RBIs for Whit Merrifield. And he walked once, got on base 3 of the 4 times, came to the dish. And he had a stolen base as well. Good job for Whit. The rest of the guys didn't get anything done. Kirky. 7 hits total for the Blue Jays, 11 strikeouts in the game, 6 walks, and they did a great job on Senga. Yusei Kikuchi, threw strikes. I love it. He's going to give up the home run. He allowed two solo shots. You know why they were just solo shots? He only allowed 2 other hits, and he walked 1 guy, and I believe it was the first batter of the game, and it was in the first inning. He followed that up with 8 strikeouts through 5. His stuff is nasty. You throw strikes, you get ahead in counts. Sky's the limit for the guy. Really good job from him. Nate Pearson struggled. He picks up the win. He's 3-0. He went in an inning, allowed 2 hits, 2 runs. Both were earned, obviously, the home runs, and had a strikeout. Adam Simber, great job. Clean inning of work for him. 1 hit, erased by a double play, so great job from Adam Simber. Eric Swanson, no problem. No base runners and a strikeout in his clean inning of work. That 1 strikeout was Francisco Lindor, and then had booze rain down on him. Jordan Romano throws 6 pitches. No base runners and it gets a strikeout. And save number 15 on the year for Jordan, so really good job from him. More importantly, the Jays sweep them away. Now, let's turn our focus to the Houston Astros, who we start seeing tomorrow night. Now, their rotation looks a lot different No, like, they're injured, and we're not going to be seeing I think we're seeing Framber Valdez in the finale, I believe. But it's the first two games, at least, is Alek Manoah versus Brandon Belak. Not like Wade Belak, right? The former Leaf, but rest in peace, Wade Belak, man. Loved him. And then the game two, where I will be at that game, it's Kevin Gausman versus Hunter Brown, who's thrown 62 innings pitched in his ERA of 3.61, 74 strikeouts in 62 innings. So he's been very good for the Astros. No matter what way you look at it, the Astros are a good team. And you look at that division, the Houston Astros are in a wild card spot right now, right? They're, where are we here? Yeah, they're 35-24. They're right there. They're in a wild card spot. So if the Blue Jays want to eat into that, you have a 4-game set at Rogers Center. Game 1 goes tomorrow at 7:07. Game 2 is Tuesday at 7:07. Game 3 is Wednesday at 7:07. And then the finale is Thursday at 7:07. All right, so you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the W today, smack the like button. I do appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button if you guys have not done so already. Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below, so go check out all that stuff. Man, I'm all over the place. I'm just too hyped right now after the sweep. And I will talk to you guys, Jays edition, of course. Game 1 of the 4-game set against the Astros, starting tomorrow night. Alek Manoah, what are you going to get from him? Is he going to be throwing strikes? That's going to be the thing that every Blue Jay fan is going to be looking at tomorrow. So we shall see. And on the other side, it is Brandon Belak. I'm going to go with that, as he's on the mound for the Astros. 7:07 first pitch there at Rogers Center. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the W today. We'll talk to you guys then.